Often, I personally get a chance to talk to somebody that was on stage with Elvis 200 concerts. Man. Now, you covering that up on purpose?
No,
look at this. Look what he's wearing.
I'm holding myself.
There you go. I'm sure somebody else will hold you out there, Larry, if you need somebody to hold you. So would you tell us about what you're wearing around your neck there? Larry, we got some first time people haven't been to our gospel show before. Probably first time at Graceland. Tell them what you're wearing.
It's the TCB. It's the logo. Take care of it. Take care of business.
And you got that in the gift shop across the street?
No.
Not that?
No, he gave that to me in Vegas.
So that came straight from a man. And I know And that was his thing, right? Give all the guys the TCB.
He made a big deal out of giving that out to not just the guys in the band, but other people that was close to him as well.
I'm sure he had no way of knowing so many years later that'd be a treasured thing. I'm
sure
he was doing a nice gesture. Larry, if we could, would you tell him, so he goes to work for Elvis in 1974. Would you tell him the first circumstance on stage? Would you tell him how that all? Tell him that if you don't mind. I found this blew my mind, to be honest with you.
Well, I had no rehearsal my very first show with him.
He went on stage with Elvis Presley with no rehearsal, none.
And I was green. I had never been to Vegas in my life, and of course I'd never seen him live. And so I really didn't even know where I was at about half the time. And J.D. Sumner and the Stamps, the group that I was part of, they had this little scheme that they'd been using for a long time about directing the vocals. And I understand J.D. was to my left and Ed Hill on my right. And so the whole show, if we were to be doing oohs, they would do their hand like this and hold it down like this. And I would watch their hand. This meant to ooh, open hand meant to ah. And if they did this, that meant to sing the lyrics. And that's how I did the whole show. And of course, for weeks after that, they continued to give me hand signals like that. So.
Did they ever throw you different signals to throw you off?
Thank God they didn't because they were very particular. Right. And one of the first things they told me, and I really didn't understand that, they said, listen, man, I don't care what you do on stage, you do not take your eyes off of Elvis. Watch everything he does. And of course, later on, you realize that every show was just a little bit different. And he did it so much off the cuff, you never knew where people would turn around and recognize you or say something about the group or completely change everything up where we're going to come in and sing immediately. And so that was a big deal.
I never heard you guys miss a key. You always look like you're ready for anything. I mean, you can hear Elvis change pace and you guys are right there with you, James, or the backup Bruce or whatever. So.
Well, we worked a lot, man. Between Vegas and touring, we were doing a lot of singing.
Also, Larry was on the Jungle Room sessions where they recorded over there in the Jungle Room. What was that like, being there in Elvis's house, in the Jungle Room? All those recorders and chords, I'm sure it was crowded in there.
Well, if you know anything about recording in the studio and making records, they have different spots, isolation booths, what they call them, in a recording studio. So you'll have the drummer will have his own room. He's not in the room with everybody. Backup singers have their own room. The lead singer is like Elvis, he would be out in the middle of the room.
Right.
But everything else, the guitar, the amps, all that was completely isolated. But over here in the house, we had none of that. We were all just piled in together in the jungle room there.
So they isolated to get the clean sound. So how did these records come out so good?
I have asked that some of my friends in Nashville actually had a hand in doing some of the mixing, and they just had to break it down as much as they possibly could. Each individual mic that they, even though it was bleeding, they would,
right.
And they spent hours, cleaning all that stuff up. But it made a great record.
A lot of people have enjoyed those songs for many years, and will still do. Thank you for being a part of that.
Well, one of the memories of that was the very first night that we were to record. Hurt was the first song that he recorded.
Started off easy.
Yeah, and literally, I guess he must have been, he knew the song really well somehow. Because it wasn't like he had to sing it and stop it and sing it, and he walked down, and so helped me, he sang that song twice. And that was the record. He literally walked in and just, bam, just hit that note right off the bat. It was unbelievable. It was unbelievable.
Larry, switching gears if we could, 33 years with a beautiful lady that's no longer with us. What would you like to say about Naomi Judd?
Well, yeah, we lost, Naomi Judd was my wife for 33 years, and she, of course, I mean, her beauty was something else. She was such a good lady, hardworking, driven. She was a nurse. She was planning to be going to get a doctorate, was her plan. And then when Winona turned 18, all of a sudden they get a record deal, and boom, the first single was a hit, and they're out, being the Judds. And it was a beautiful thing. I mean, we had a great life.
So did you meet Naomi because of the Judds? Were they already the Judds then?
No, she came to Nashville and in 77 and got 79. And she got a job working in the office of the manager that was managing the stamps.
Wow.
And so I walked in the office one day, and there she is at the reception desk. And I'll tell that story.
You guys don't mind, do you? I didn't figure you would.
It was a real hot day, and me and Ed was the lead singer of the stamps. He and I walked into the office, and here she's sitting, and this beautiful woman sitting at the reception desk. And so we're making small talk and talking about how hot it is. And Ed standing next to me, the sweat was just dripping off of him. But for some reason, I wasn't sweating, so maybe I died or something. I don't know. Anyway, that was Larry's not sweating. I don't know about that. So we turned to walk into the manager's office, and I heard her say, so then this was true, I heard her say, I bet I can make him sweat.
Larry, this is a gospel show. Elvis After Dark's later on.
Yeah, I didn't think about that, but
That's okay.
obviously I took the bait. And, we were together for, actually it was long, we were married for 33 years, and we worked together a couple of years before we got married.
So two more questions on that, if you don't mind. Did you and her ever sing together?
I did a little backup on one of their records. I can't remember which one it was. But yeah, we did a Christmas tour. And I put a quartet together, and we went out to back them up on a Christmas tour.
Wow,
That's
that's
all,
awesome.
yeah.
That's awesome. So one more thing, this is totally personal, so forgive me, I know we're at Elvis Week. I told Larry before the show I do a tribute to Conway Twitty. And there's a Conway Twitty album cover that Naomi is on, and her head is on his shoulder.
Yeah, I know.
And I didn't know that for a long time. I just thought, who's the pretty girl? And then my friend William Stiles told me that was Naomi Judd.
Yeah.
They were friends. So that is so cool to see that. So our two worlds collide yet again.
Yeah, well, I didn't like that part.
Oh, yeah. Larry, would you give me one more thing?
I was real upset.
With your voice, would you say hello, darling, with your voice? And hello, darling, like Colin?
Hello, darling.
Okay, don't ever do that again, Larry. You put me out of work, man. Larry, would you sing a song on your own? I don't think you did this last time. Would you sing one solo? Would you do that for us?
Well, I'll do my best.
I think we're going to be in good shape. Ladies and gentlemen, Larry Strickland.
Precious Lord, take my hand, lead me home, help me stand I'm tired, I'm weak, and I'm worn through the storms and through the night. Lead me home to the light. Take my hand, precious and long, and lead me home. When my way grows unclear, precious Lord, linger here. When my life is almost gone, hear my cry and hear my call. Hold my hand, Lord, so I don't fall. Take my hand, precious Lord, and lead me home. When the darkness appears and the night is growing dim, and the dream is almost gone. And the river so guide my feet, Lord, and hold my hand, take my hand, precious Lord, and lead me home.
What a voice. Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, would you guys mind if Larry stuck around? Larry's going to be gracious.
I'm gonna go over and stay with
I was
girls.
going to say, you fill in wherever you want, and I'm sure the ladies won't mind understanding that.
I'm gonna watch it.
One more time, Larry Strickland is an amazing